Hey guys, it's Molly with Cash Out of My Home. I'm actually inside one of our very first multifamily purchases here in Oak Ridge, Tennessee, which is about 45 minutes outside of downtown Knoxville. And as cash home buyers here in Knoxville, we love multifamily properties because we love rentals. We love the consistent income. We love the long-term play. And we've actually bought several rentals from landlords in the area. This was one of our first purchases, and I'm gonna go ahead and turn the camera around and show you it, but I just wanna tell you a little bit about the story. The owner actually was what he would refer to himself as a burnt out landlord. This is a duplex. They're each 2-bedroom, 1-bathrooms, and we did buy the property inherited. So the tenants were paying significantly under market rent. They were underpaying tenants. They were consistent paying tenants, which is a benefit for all of us, but the owner had owned this for about 15 plus years, and he just got really tired of maintaining the property, keeping up with the insurance, the taxes, the utilities, and then he was getting older in age. So coming down here every couple of months to make a repair because it is an older property was really weaning on him. And so him and his wife decided to sell this property. It was a property that he had actually inherited from his father, who unfortunately passed away 15 years prior. And so him and his wife decided, let's sell the property, let's cash out on this investment, and let's go ahead and move to Florida. So we were so happy to make that next chapter happen for him in his life. And again, this was 5 years ago. This was one of our first purchases here in Knoxville, or our first multifamily purchase. And since then, we've acquired several more rentals from people just like him, landlords who no longer want to deal with the management of the property. Several landlords who've actually managed to seller finance out. And we had the ability to create a loan so that way we can actually take over ownership of all of those things I mentioned: taxes, insurance, utilities. So I want to go ahead and show you guys just an example of the types of properties we buy. Not all of the properties that we buy are total renovations. This is what I would call a move-in ready rental grade type of property. It's not fully updated by any means. It is definitely an older property, and it definitely needs some TLC. But again, when we purchased the property, we inherited the tenant. That way the owner didn't have to worry about, showings or just dealing with the tenant in general. So we just said, hey, we'll buy it with the tenants, which we often do, most especially if they're non-paying tenants or they want to or need to be served an eviction. We've helped landlords with that a lot. That's actually something that I've become really good at. So if you're dealing with a non-paying tenant that's giving you issues, call me and I will handle it with my attorneys. We'll buy it as is, and we'll make sure that we take care of the tenant. But this property is an older one, but I'm gonna show it to you, and I think you're gonna like it and see exactly what type of properties we buy. Now that it's vacant, the person that was living here for the past 7 years has moved out. Now we're gonna go ahead and finally do some work to the property and upgrade it and try and get that higher rental market value out of this, or rent rate out of this property. So stay tuned. I will show you once we're complete with the property, but let me go ahead and show you exactly what we're working with right now.